Hey everybody, this is Angela Ann. I am a NASM certified personal trainer and certified group fitness instructor, and I'm going to talk today about bulking and cutting and how you can strategically use both of these phases of weight training to build muscle and burn fat to get the body that you desire without your body adapting quickly and slowing down your progress. So here we go. Given that as we age, our muscles degrade over time and we have an accumulation of body fat coming on, bulking and cutting is a handy tool to kind of have in your back pocket to help you build muscle, keep your body guessing in terms of your training and your dieting so that you can build up a little bit of muscle every couple of months and then lose some fat and build some muscle, lose some fat. Your body otherwise is just going to adapt to whatever it is you're doing, and you're not going to see the results of losing body fat or building muscle over time. And it's something that you want to stay on top of. So this is just a little trick. So I'm going to use myself as an example of the difference between bulking and cutting. So look at these photos and you'll see me in a bulking state where I was in a caloric surplus lifting heavy weights, and a cutting state where I was leaning out, I was a little bit carb depleted, and I was doing quite a bit of steady state cardio. And this is over a 3 to 4 month period with bulking and a 3 to 4 month period with cutting. And this is me in my late 40s. So you can compare side by side and see what the physiological changes are between both. All right, so that is bulking. And you don't want to stay in your bulking state for more than 3 to 4 months, 4 months maximum. And as far as putting on muscle, figure a goal would be about 2 to 3 pounds of muscle per month if you're a man or a woman. And you want to weigh yourself once a week and make sure that you're not gaining more than half a pound to 3/4 of a pound a week, because some of that's going to be fat. And by the end of your 3 to 4 months, you don't want to have a problem where you have a lot of body fat to strip off, because your cutting stage is also going to last about 3 to 4 months. Okay, so consider that you shouldn't gain more than half a pound to 3/4 of a pound per week when you are in a bulking state, because anything more than that is probably going to be body fat, which is going to make it harder for you at the end of your 3 to 4 months to cut and drop the body fat. You figure that your cutting stage, which follows your bulking stage, is going to also be another 3 to 4 months. So you kind of get an idea of how much time you have to lose any extra body fat that you may have put on during your bulk. But figure there is going to be a little bit of weight gain that's going to be body fat. It's not just going to be muscle. What you can do to determine exactly how much muscle you're putting on versus fat that you might be putting on is at the beginning of your bulking state, go and get a DEXA scan. A DEXA scan is a body scan. It's sort of like the hydrostatic method, where instead of going into water, you have a scanner going over you. And what it does is it determines it's pretty accurate, and it determines your body fat percentage. And it's very, very efficient. A lot of fitness competitors use this at the beginning of training for competition. And what it does is it tells you at the end of maybe it could be the end of your bulking, or if you want to do it once a month while you're in your bulking state, you could go and get another DEXA scan. So if you see the weight coming on, it just gives you a sense of relief that you are actually putting on muscle. You're not putting on body fat. If you're not so hyper focused on whether it's muscle or fat, then you can just kind of eyeball it, and you'll know because your strength will improve over a few months' time. Okay, now let's talk about cutting. Cutting is where you are simply leaning out and you're stripping off the excess body fat that you may have put on during your bulking state or that you had before your bulking state. Give it about 3 to 4 months, not longer than that, because your body's going to adapt to anything that you do in that amount of time. What you want to do is when you go into a cutting state, you basically are incorporating more cardio, and your rep range may be higher, your weight load may be lower, and you're going to start to reduce your daily carb intake. So your diet is still going to be high protein as it was in the bulking state, but you're going to be eating a lower carb diet. That doesn't mean keto, and that doesn't mean severely restricting your carbs, because you need the carbs for energy. So you could start your cutting stage, maybe your first month, you're eating a little bit of fruit, not a ton, but you're eating low glycemic fruit. You could be putting that in your oatmeal in the morning, but be very stringent about the types of carbs you're eating. Stay away from all sugar, and keep your carbs to non-starchy carbs, other than certain types of carbs that will regulate your blood sugar, such as sweet potatoes and oatmeal, which are fine, maybe once or twice a day. And then also eat a high protein diet, and keep your proteins to lean protein. No ribeyes. Choose flank steak instead. Turkey breast, chicken breast, white meat chicken. A lot of white fish are great. You could have some salmon maybe once a day. And you could have a little bit of fat, maybe some natural peanut butter or some avocado, a little bit of olive oil, but keep it very simple and stay away from all the sugar. Okay, so here's the next thing. Some people ask, well, what should I start with? Should I start out bulking or should I start out cutting? That is dependent upon your own body fat percentage and where you are now and how you feel about your current body composition. If you feel that you have a lot of body fat to lose, then what you want to do is you want to cut first, get yourself lean enough that you're comfortable with your body. And for a woman, that would probably be in the 20 to 24% range, maybe 19 to 24% range of body fat before you decide that you're going to bulk. So keep yourself in that range. Anything over 25%, you're in an average body fat ratio. And by the time you're at 30%, you're considered obese. So that's something to be mindful of. For a man, if your body fat ratio is 18% or less, then you can probably start your bulk. So you'll know based upon how you feel with your own body composition, what you are comfortable with. If you feel like you have some weight to lose, 15 pounds or more of body fat, take that off as much as possible first, do your cut, and then know that when you go into a bulking state, your focus is going to be putting on new muscle, but there's going to be a little bit of fat that comes on as well. Okay, there is one caveat to this that I need to tell you about bulking and cutting. Keep in mind, if you choose to do a dirty bulk and you gain too much body fat, you may have a very hard time getting that body fat off the older you get. So as you get closer to 45, 50, and you go into your cutting stage, and maybe you put on 15 pounds of body fat because you did a dirty bulk and you were eating a lot of junk, and you thought, okay, well, this is an opportunity for me to indulge and eat whatever I want. I'm going to turn it into muscle, but you really don't. You turn a lot of it into body fat. And so then when you go to the cutting stage, your hormones are not working in your favor. Your insulin levels are not working in your favor. And by the end of 2-3 months, you're not able to get the body fat off that you once were able to when you were doing a cut in your younger years. So keep that in mind, because you're way better off doing a clean bulk and eating clean foods, clean, lean protein foods, not a lot of junk, so that you're not really gaining a ton of body fat in your bulk, and it's easier when you do your cut. If you guys are interested in following me, I'd love it if you click the like button, the notification button, and subscribe to my videos. Drop a comment if you want. And if you are interested in any online virtual coaching, fitness nutrition coaching, Zoom workouts, or if you live in the Los Angeles area in South Bay, the Manhattan Beach area, and you're interested in booking me for live training, I am available. You can go to my website. I will add the link into the comment section, and my website is www.manhattanbeachfitness.com. I'm here for you guys if you're interested, and I will talk to you guys later. Bye-bye.